GrandmaDC, and I'm back. It's hump day. Woo! About made it through my work week. Am I happy? Oh yeah. Of course, it's 1:30 and I'm heading back to work. But I had some interesting things happen this week. Hang on a second. I'm gonna switch you over and see if I can. There we go. Okay. So one, I'm trying to stay awake while I'm driving. It's like, oh yes, Deb. Hang on a minute. I have to do something for Deb before. Deb, if I wreck the car while I'm putting on my seatbelt, I want you to know I appreciated the care. This is why I hate putting on a seatbelt. I cannot get it in the... Well, put some hair around it, okay? Heavens. Ah! Now I'm tired. I wish they'd make a seatbelt that had like a taller clip thing on the side so you could just go ka-chunk and get it in. Good suggestion to the car companies for fat people. Anyway, where was I? I'm heading back to work and I'm tired. Oh, so tired. I don't know if I can keep this up for another month. Double shifts. So, I had some interesting things happen. That's where I was at. I had an interesting thing happen. Working with other staff, new people that I've not really worked with before. I mean, not, shift changes and stuff. And I had fixed dinner for two of the clients yesterday. And one of them they both ate really well. But I mentioned to the shift change, who is their regular staff, I said, I noticed that one of them doesn't like vegetables. We had mixed vegetables, which I don't hardly consider vegetables because it's potatoes, carrots, peas, and corn. Mixed vegetables in a can are just nothing but carbohydrate in a can. So most people that, like carbs, and everyone does, likes them. I wouldn't touch them with a 10-foot pole. So anyway, she says, oh yeah, she likes vegetables. She likes peas. Well, peas aren't, they grow on a plant, but they're high sugar and they're high starch, and I like peas too. And I said to her, and I also like corn, and I also like lima beans, and all those starchy, sugary vegetables. And this woman, who's probably around 70 years old, looked at me and she was like, she didn't understand. She didn't know what a starchy vegetable was. They're just vegetables to her. And I was like, oh, no. So I named off some low-carb vegetables, cauliflower, broccoli, cabbage, and she's like, oh, I don't like those. Exactly. So, I just thought to myself, wow, we did such a terrible job of educating kids back in the 50s, 60s, and 70s about nutrition that we are struggling, us older ones. I'm hoping they're doing better with the young kids today, but I don't really think they are. I took some sugar-free cookies with me to work, and one of my clients tasted one, and he was like, yuck, and threw it away. Now, they taste fine. Yeah, granted, those sugar cookies don't taste like real sugar cookies. When you use sugar, alcohols, and things that aren't sugar, you don't get the zing. I can eat one of my sugar-free macaroons, one of the sugar-free cookies. I don't get the zing. I don't get that brain feel that sugar gives me. And I know that I say this to a lot of people, and they look at me like, what are you talking about? But I get it. I am so carb sensitive that I get when you taste something with real sugar, I can tell it. Mother says, oh, no, you can't. You can't possibly tell. I can. So, I love all my keto recipes with the fake, as they say, natural fake. I like to stick with stevias and stuff. Sugars in them, but they don't make me want more. One's enough. And I'm like, it was good. It tasted sweet. It was delicious. It didn't give me that zing, though. Nope, so I'm good. Yeah, I'm good. And with the high fat, it's like, I don't want any more. I'm fine. There's just no desire to go back and eat. I had a little turkey before I left the house today. And I shared a little bit of turkey with my cats and dogs. But there wasn't a desire to eat a lot of it. you know. I know Debbie tried to talk me into a salad last night. I got to her place and she's like, here, have some salad. And I'm like, yeah, no, I just want some cheese. You know, I got no desire for salads. I really don't. I'm like, if I wanted a salad, I'd have grabbed a handful of grass in the front yard on my way in, you know. So, anyway, I know I don't keto properly. Debbie does a real good job, though. She eats salads and puts her meat in with them, and she uses her high-fat, low-carb dressing. She's actually a really good ketoer. She's turned out way better than me. Anyway, I do appreciate all my family, my keto family, and my non-ketoers that just are family, because you enjoy my weird personality. What was the other day my mother told me? She says, well, you are funny. It just takes special people to figure out that you are. Really? I guess you're all special, according to my mother. Bless you. So, yeah, I made a comment on a normal site about Nervana, and I said you either have to be extremely rich and comfortable to reach that Nervana state where you don't need or want anything, and you realize that love and relationships and acceptance are the most important things, or you have to be extremely poor and have nothing and used to it and say, hey, there you go, and my family and my people that love me are the most important. And someone else was like, no you don't. I thought, well, then why are you going to work? Why are you working? We should all be monks in robes on a Tibetan, hilltop, not wanting, needing, desiring anything except air. Living on air. I don't know. Just I'm too average. Sorry. I could live on air. I think I could. I really do. And someone suggests I do a giveaway if I make it to 2,000. I've been actually thinking about that. I've got to look into how to get a fair and impartial service to take all my subscribers and jumble them up and pick one impartially, because I couldn't do that myself. And I'd like to do that around Christmas. I got some ideas. I love y'all. Bye bye. I don't know if you can see me. Oh, yeah. But I'm in between houses. It's a little after 10. I tell you what, there's a time in your life when you have to say, I have wiped enough butts today. It's time someone else take over. It's just enough. I've seen enough behinds, and I've wiped them enough that I'm done for the day. I don't know how nurses do it, because I'm not a nurse. I'm a med tech. But, Christmas lights already. How about that? Look at there. Can you see them? So I'm heading over to another house. Debbie's probably wondering where I am, because she wants to go home, and there was just a lot of discussion. So I'll talk to y'all in the morning. It's going to be a long night, I'm afraid. Hello, and I'm back. It's Thursday morning, and I forgot that I have a staff meeting. So it's 8:15. I just got my little friend dropped off, and I have to run back to the house so we can have a staff meeting. It wouldn't matter when she schedules it. It's just never convenient. I'm going to make it home, and then I can relax and hopefully do something. But I'm going to make it. I'm going to make it. I'm going to make it. If I keep telling myself that, I'll make it. Oh, my goodness. All right. Well, the sun's bright. Hello, GrandmaDC here, and I'm back. It is Thursday. Getting dark. Came home and slept all day. I came home and found the UPS had delivered my magnetic bracelets. I decided that I was going to try every hokum thing on the planet to get rid of the pain in my wrist. Well, as we know, MDs didn't help. They did prednisone, no help. Then we did what else? Oh, that ibuprofen cream, no help. Scud? No. See, what else have I tried? Oh, I've tried every kind of over-the-counter cream, no help. I tried black seed oil, a little help actually, but it tastes so bad and I won't take it regularly enough. I don't listen to my own suggestions. So let's have a keto coffee chat. It was a long week, and you know, at some point I was home for about 5 hours and I was feeding the animals, and you know how you do. You get on YouTube and you start looking. Oh, pyramids. So, really? Is that how they built the pyramid, you know? I get really interested in that stuff. And then I'm like, oh man, alive, you know? What's the newest giant skeleton they found? And oh my goodness, they found something made that's a civilized item that's 30 million years old. Let's go look at that. You know, is it a piece of carbon buried 1,000 feet below ground? Which means it is in the no-name description before the Cretaceous, Triassic. You know, all that stuff just gets me. I really do. And so, anyway, I actually clicked on one that had Jim Carrey on it. Oh boy. Here we go. If you want an argument, well, it's not an argument. But I tell you what, I did make a comment on it, and I can see why some of you don't make comments. And I have been getting more little hate mails because of my comment. And I will tell you what my comment was, because I don't think I get little points and kudos for comments on other people's comments. That would be awesome. If that's the case, I'd run around making comments on everybody singing, if you don't like it, go to GrandmaDC's site. Make a comment. Because it all benefits me. Oh well, not that much, but still, if enough people did. Alright. So here was the comment. Well, here was, let's just start with this. Jim Carrey, whom I love. They always say people remember the first thing you say, so maybe I should say, I love Jim Carrey. I think he was awesome. I think this life story where he wrote himself this $1 million check or $10 million check, put it in his dad's coffin, and then he paid that check back within, you know, what, 5 years or 10 years or whatever it was it took him to become a multi-millionaire. And it's a happy and it's a very touching story, and I love it. As a matter of fact, you know, I put a $1 million check in my grandmother's coffin, and if there's debtor's prison, I'm just shit out of luck when I get to heaven. I don't think Grandma will press charges. So anyway, didn't speak ill of the dead. I didn't speak ill of the dead. I love my grandma. So it didn't work for me, but it worked for Jim, and I think that's touching. And anyway, Jim has now found Nirvana. And he's happy. And he was saying he's so happy because he realizes that the only thing in life that is important is love. And that is true. And that's what I said. I said that is true. The only thing in life that is important is love. And unfortunately, some of us lose that in our lives. We don't have that anymore. And then we end up with, you know, debts, and we end up having to keep a roof over our heads, and then you get into this middle-class circulation thing of working to make money, to keep food, you know, food in your mouth and roof over your head and over your children's heads, and it just perpetuates on and on. And all we do is just, we're hamsters on wheels, you know, just struggling through life. I think that's 99.9% of us. Then there are people who are so poor that they sit on the streets with no clothing on, and they're lucky if they get food, you know, and they don't care anymore. They're just like, hey, you know, food comes my way, fine. If not, I'll just keel over here and die. Is that nirvana? The total lack and desire for food or anything? Some people tell me so. They go, oh yeah, that's nirvana. When you finally get to where you don't want anything physical. You don't want, you know, things. You don't want clothing. You don't want food. You don't want anything, and you have reached nirvana. And then there are people like Jim who has everything. he could possibly want, because he's rich beyond belief. So there's no problem paying his bills, no problem living in his house, any kind of house he wants, has any kind of clothes he wants. And he's so happy, and I'm sure he has love. I think he's married. And he's so happy that he has no desire for anything else. And he knows that love is the most important thing. And at one time, I had both. And did I reach Nirvana? I mean, yeah, maybe I did. Because at one point I realized, especially when my husband died, I said, hey, you know what? It didn't matter for just a brief period of time when I got the insurance money. I had money. And I remember I could look and window shop, and it was like I could buy that if I wanted it, but I didn't want it. Because I could have it if I wanted, but I didn't want it. I wanted my husband back. That wasn't going to happen. Did I reach Nirvana? Okay, so people say, well, hey, you know what? You seem so happy and you smile all the time and you're laughing all the time. And it's because, in the immortal words of me, I don't give a SH. I guess you get to that point finally where you say, I'm not going to reach Nirvana because I have to work to keep a roof over my head and stuff, because I don't want to live in a ditch naked and have reached that type of Nirvana. I don't want, I would like to be rich again and reach that type of Nirvana where I could just go, yeah, I could buy that if I wanted. I live in my underground house in my gorgeous kitchen, and I have a maid come in once a week and clean, and I don't have to worry about anything because I don't care if the house is clean, because it is clean, and that makes me not want to have it cleaned because it is clean. So therefore I have reached Nirvana. It is such a deep subject, I went to a counseling session this week, and the counselor got hit with the question that was physical in orientation, and it was like, is it wrong to do it with someone who's wrong if you liked it? And the counselor, professional counselor, was like, ooh, I just looked at him and said, this is why you get paid the big bucks, because I'm not even answering that question. Woo! Life's questions. There are so many, aren't there? At one point, like I said, I think I said this the other night, I can't remember if I put it in my blog. I was like, I have wiped so many backsides that if I never even have to wipe my own again, I'd be happy. I am just tired. And as I was doing this little chore for someone, that song, if you probably heard some ringtone, it's like, I'm about to kick somebody's knee. Well, in my case, it was, I'm about to wipe somebody's knee. I didn't break out into song, thank God, just in my head. So you have to make fun of things that are unpleasant, would be my nirvanic wisdom for you today. And Jim, happy for you. Love to be back there myself. Yes, I think we all know, every one of us at our basic core, that love and the non-desire for physical things is true happiness and true nirvana. But it's none of us, very few of us, could really reach that level and then say, I'm really happy. I don't need anything. I don't need anyone. I'm a Buddhist monk, and I live on a hill, and I dress in an orange sheet, and I am truly blessed. Yeah, I don't know. I'll never reach Nirvana because orange looks terrible on me, and it would take two sheets sewn together. So probably never going to be enlightened, but you guys that are writing the comments on Jim Carrey's little vlog, or whoever's vlog that is I commented on, come to my channel and write on there how I am unenlightened, because I'm happy to be unenlightened, and I think that all the rest of us, and at least my YouTube family, we're all enlightened in a different way, okay? And because we accept each other for the way we are. And that in itself is a form of enlightenment, isn't it? Oh, the immortal wisdom of GrandmaDC. Alright, listen, it's not keto coffee, and I just picked it up with my bad hand and it didn't hurt. Is it the magnetic bracelet? Could be coincidence. I don't know. But I'm leaving the thing on. Could be psychological, I don't care. Happy if it is. Love you all. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And, oh, how you like the necklace? I found this for $5. Talk about not Nervana. Oh yeah, I had the desire for this necklace. And it even has these matching earrings. They weigh like a metric ton. If you were a mouse, it would be a metric ton. See, it's all in perspective. All right. I'm going to leave you alone now. I'm going to go drink my coffee. I'm going to find something fun to watch, like a Sherlock Holmes movie or something. And, or maybe Star Wars or something intergalactic, and get my mind completely off of anything that actually matters. I love you all. There's my enlightenment. Blessings on you all. From me. Love ya.